This is Hypoliticals episode 3, and I'm just going to wing this one. Basically, if you haven't watched my first two Hypoliticals, you probably should. I lay out that first we should have charter cities, and we should have, lots of little separate jurisdictions that it's easy to move between. That's a very good thing. And then another good thing would be if we had transferable representation. So instead of having these senators and congressmen assigned to us based on our geography, we pick our own senators and congressmen who have a voice that is as strong as the number of people who choose to represent them. So that kind of makes democracy a little more direct. And the third one, and this is the one that people I think are very reluctant to think about at first because it sounds kind of bad, but it's the idea that maybe in order to pass a law, we should have more like a 3/4 or a 4/5 majority, and in order to repeal a law, we only need like a 1/4 or a 1/3 majority. So this way, the only laws that are on the books are the laws that are supported by not just the majority, but a vast majority of the population. Cat, don't knock that over. Cat down! Are the laws are on the books are the ones that are supported by a vast majority of the population. A lot of people think, oh no, then nothing would get done, and everything would be legal and it would be anarchy. Well, no, because still the vast majority of the population thinks theft and murder and rape and all of these victim crimes should still be illegal, and even they want pollution controls, whether that's through taxes or cap and trade or whatever. These policies would still all be in place. There probably even would be public funding for education, but one thing that we would not have is all of these non-victim crimes, wherein, it's only supported by like 50-60% of the population, and there isn't a clear victim. It's or the victim is the perpetrator themselves, like the drug laws, where, oh, you're hurting yourself, so we're going to hurt you more by sending you to prison and putting a felony on your record. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I'm just going to admit it, that this kind of a policy would push the results of legislation more libertarian. And, I'm going to raise a few arguments against this is the argument I wanted to raise against some of the anarchists here on YouTube. I don't call myself an anarchist because I do believe the state does have some legitimate use in terms of deterring people from initiating force against each other through initiating a threat of force, saying, hey, if you instigate force against another person, you forfeit these rights, and we're going to throw you in jail. I think that use of the state is legitimate. So many anarchists will say, well, in a democracy, you're just saying, well, the majority of people, it causes problems when they make all the rules, because they just take away the rights of the minority. Well, for one thing, that's not entirely true, because the majority of people are sympathetic, and so, even though the majority of people in this country are Christians, and the majority of Christians, even the majority of everyone in this country, want atheists to stop protesting religion, they don't want a law to be passed that prohibits atheists from protesting religion. As much as some people will try to claim that is not true, the majority of Christians believe even in atheists' right to free speech. So there's an example of where they want us to shut up, but they don't want to initiate force against us to shut up. So that's why we do have our free speech in this country. it's not just the will of the majority, it's the sympathy of the majority too. But, you know, in my scenario, it goes a bit further, and it's the will and sympathy of the vast majority has to counter whatever action that you want to make illegal. So that, you know, the only way things are going to be illegal is if 80% of the population, or 75, whatever the number you want to put, thinks that, yes, this should be illegal. So you're going to have libertarian policies. This system of having this, you know, quasi-direct democracy where you can send a proxy, where you have lots of, you know, you have strong federalism, so lots of little jurisdictions that it's easy to move between, and this combination of you know, super majority democracy preventing populist laws from getting written onto the books. It's never been tried. I would love to see this tried, and I think the results would be quite spectacular. It would be a very libertarian society. It would be very free, but you would still have the you know, the small jurisdictions experimenting with which government policies are good to try to implement that may or may not violate the non-aggression principle, which, you know, isn't fucking dogma. Okay, it's just an idea that generally holds true. It's in morality that when you initiate force, you tend to cause all these unintended consequences that end up doing the opposite of what you want. But it's not, you know, there is no dogma. So, anyway, that was my little rant against, I know some of the anarchists will attack me in this video. And there will be, of course, some populists who attack me saying, what? You know, you want the minority's will to trump the majority? Well, only in matters where the minority is defending itself. See, a minority can't get legislation passed that directly harms the majority in this hypothetical of mine, because the minority doesn't have 75% of the population. Government is force, and so to use force, you're going to have more justification than, you know, like, think about it this way. You know, on the one hand, we have violence. On the other hand, we have nonviolence. And in a democracy, you say, okay, well, those aren't moral principles, you know, and whichever the majority wants, that's what's going to be done. Well, no. I say that's not true. Maybe we take violence and nonviolence as moral principles in a government, and we weigh it. We heavily weigh the nonviolence part. And people tend to respect the democratic process. And so if this got instigated, I think it would be a pretty stable form of government, and it wouldn't just collapse into democracy. But that might be wishful thinking. Anyways, I've ranted off script for a while now. Hopefully you found this little rant entertaining. I want to hear your comments. Please rate and subscribe to me. I'm done with this Hypoliticals thing for now. I kind of really wanted to get those 3 videos right off the bat, you know, done right in a row. But now I'm going to be going back to regular videos. I have this partnership status now, so now I've got a little bit of monetary incentive for me to make some entertaining, better, funnier videos. And maybe I'll get better at ranting too, because it's been a while since I've been on YouTube.